When looking at the assessment details dialog box in HazMap3D, an option you might notice is the forceful assessment calculation option, and the warning from our software engineer that this is slow and not a sticky option. So the first time we run an assessment, HazMap3D does all of the number crunching from scratch. And you'll see this takes a little bit longer. Usually the first time you run an assessment, it might take between 1 and 2 minutes, depending on how many grade bubbles you have, how many detectors you have, how large of an area that you're assessing is. And after it's done this the first time, it's going to create a folder on your hard drive in your project file set that's going to store a lot of this information. And so just as we finish up here, I'm going to click on this and say Open Containing Folder. And what I see is that it has created a bunch of information here, all the different assessment slices, and also this reuse file, which sometimes can be quite large. And the next time I run an assessment, it can draw on that already saved information. Even if I've added detectors or added grade bubble or something else, it can draw on a lot of that information to speed up the assessment. And so the next time I run that assessment, it runs a lot faster. So if I want to, for whatever reason, force a from scratch calculation and tell it not to reuse that old information, I can either go in and delete that folder so that information is no longer there and delete the results from the project hierarchy, or I can say force full assessment calculation. And that's going to force it to not use any of that stored data and start over from scratch to run the calculation completely from scratch. It is worth noting that if I just want to run a calculation again and I don't want to use this option, if I just delete the results right here in my project hierarchy and then rerun, it's still going to go really quickly because I didn't delete that information on my hard drive, and so that information in that reuse file is still available to the computer to run the assessment and speed up the calculation again. I either have to delete the information or delete the folder that on my hard drive, or I have to come in and click that forceful assessment calculation if I want to start over from scratch with the calculation. It's not enough just to delete the results.